Hey guys, it's Sprout here and welcome to the Ultimate Beginner's Guide for Lost Light. As you know, the UK and Germany server has just launched this morning, and an influx of new players is going to mean an influx of people who don't really know what they're doing. So I've put together this handy guide that I wish I knew when I first started playing. Now, if you're a veteran player like myself, you've been playing quite a while, all of these tips pretty much are going to mean nothing to you. But if you're new to the game, make sure you listen to all 10 of these, as it might save you a lot of stress and, stuff like that as you progress throughout the game, as you're learning. Now, before I get into the video, guys, if you're not already on my Discord server, make sure you hit the link in the description, as majority of the server all play Lost Light. They've all been playing for a while. If you have any questions, you have any help that you need, or if you even just want a teammate to play duos with, it's the right place to be, and they're all pretty friendly. So make sure you join it if you haven't already. And if you haven't already as well, please subscribe to the channel. I do lots of videos on Lost Light, lots of handy ones, lots of epic gameplays, etc. And I do live stream here, there, and everywhere. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. So guys, when you first start the game, you're going to be put in a obligatory bot game. There'll not be any players running around, or if there is, I don't know, there might be, I don't know. But when I did it, the first two games I did were bot games. Now what you want to do is fill your bags as much as you can. Now I'm going to give you a quick tip here. You get different sized items. Now you get 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot and above. Find as many 1 slot items you can that have got a $10,000 or currency value or more, and fill up as much as you can. You'll start with 1 gun, your main slot, it'll be a PP-19. Pick up another gun from a marauder and just maximise how much you can carry before you go escape. As long as you can survive the bots, they're pretty easy on the first match and the second match. You should, like me, be able to get quite a hefty sum. My first match, I left with a value of $500,000. My second match, I left with $1 million. But that's because I know how to pick up and stuff. You will learn this as time goes on. But for the moment, especially if you get killed quite a lot, having a lot of currency to buy armor, buy weapons and stuff like that is very important. So make sure you get as much as you can early on. Now, guys, you'll start with a basic sort of warehouse full of grenades and bandages, painkillers, etc. And you'll get quite a few of the little individual med kits like you see in my slot on the left there. Now, when you go into your first match as well, if you can help it, if you can't find too many items to fill your backpack up with, pick up as many meds as you can. Now, I don't mean bandages, and I don't mean civilian med packs. I mean these red things right here you can see in my kit. Anything that and higher gets rid of bleeding, gets rid of broken legs, as well as healing you. And you'll find, as you progress through the levels, you'll start to run out of these, you'll have to buy them, so pick them up as much as you can, stockpile them, hoard them if you have to, get as many meds as you can. Eventually, you can get a med box, which, if you have looked at my other videos, I had one on the other server. Eventually, get a med box, you can store them all in there, save space quite a lot. But for now, get as many as you can, and it'll save you, in the long run, a lot of money. Next thing, guys, you want to do is prioritize your storage upgrade materials. Now, if you want to access these storage materials, all you need to do is go to your warehouse in your hideout and click the button at the top left. You can also do this while not in the storage, but click the little level 1 with the up arrow. That will bring you to this screen, which shows you exactly what you need to upgrade your storage to level 2. Now, this requirement will change every time. I do have a screenshot readily available on my Discord server that will show you different upgrade materials needed for different levels. I'm not going to share it in the video because I don't want you hoarding things that you don't need for a while. But I would focus on just these things for now. Get your storage to level 2, then see what you need for level 3, and so forth. Level 3 off the top of my head is nuts and screws, which you can make from your crafting bench pretty easily, so don't panic about that too much right now. But screwdriver and pliers, they'll mainly drop on Mount Akiyama, so you need to be level 6, and the drop in the garage, which is like center map, more or less. Basically, if you want to find garage, YouTube search it. It's quite easy to figure out where it is. It's next to the computer room, etc. But they do drop in there quite a lot, and they do drop off bots quite a lot. So make sure you get a little notepad, pen and paper before you go into a match. Write down that you need 3 screwdrivers and 3 pliers so you don't forget. So if you do see them, you can pick them up and obviously upgrade this as soon as possible. More space equals more items, equals more, guns you can hold, armor you can hold, and you're better prepared for future games. Right, guys, during your matches, you're going to come across ruby and sapphire rings. Now, there's a sudden urge to sell them because they do sell for 18,500, like to the vendor. And for a while, that's all I did. I sold them. I didn't keep a hold of them. I'm going to tell you to keep a hold of at least 2 of them. I'll show you them in my inventory, but you need 2 of each to upgrade your shop. Now, the shop is to the left of your storage. It's where you can sell your guns or meds or ammo, etc. But there's one important thing that you don't get until this shop hits level 2. Now to upgrade it, it's the same as the warehouse. You click on the top left with the little up arrow and it'll tell you exactly what you need. But once you upgrade it, you can see the little box at the bottom left there with the question mark on. That's called the secret shop. Now this refreshes every hour and gives you some very, very good sort of deals. You can get guns that you can't unlock yet. You can get armor. You can get backpacks. Sometimes you even get lockbox keys, room keys, etc. And even if I've seen signal jammers and stuff like that, stuff that you buy it off here, you can't sell on the black market, but might be very, very useful to you as you progress. If you need something specific, say you found a signal jammer for a mission, then you got killed with it and you need another one, you might find one on here. But prioritize upgrading this to level 2. Level 3 is a bit more complicated. It does go to level 3. Level 3 needs a crypto coin, which right now you're not going to find very, very easily. So focus on getting it at level 2 and it'll help immensely. Right guys, if you are in fact new to the game, or you're new to the genre, or you're new to shooters entirely on mobile, however, if you're also a veteran from Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG Mobile and stuff, this will still apply to you. And I'm going to suggest that you completely avoid players where necessary. Now, you can separate a Marauder from a player by how they look right now. Obviously, a player will look like you, and a Marauder will have that silly sort of riot shield headgear on and the wear blue and stuff. There is such thing as player Marauders, which I'll come to in a minute, but they don't spawn until a certain time of the game, and you can actually 100% avoid them if you want. But I'm going to recommend you stay away from players. Now, myself included, a lot of people on my Discord server, a lot of people on the official Discord server, a lot of players in general have been playing with 140, 150 higher ping for the last couple of months. And we've been still playing all that time, getting really good, getting really high level. Now, we're starting at level 1 on this new server with everybody else who's never played before. Now you'll see in this clip where I pushed this guy who's clearly a new player. I didn't really know what he was doing. I hid grenades at him, everything, he didn't avoid it. This will happen to you if you run into a veteran player. You'll not stand a chance. Doesn't matter how good you think you are on other games, this is a different game entirely. If you don't understand the mechanics, you haven't learned the guns, you don't know the recoil, you don't know what bullets do what, you don't know where to shoot someone, you're just going to get killed. So if you see a player, run the opposite direction. That's my advice to you. Right guys, as I've mentioned previously in the loot tips, what you want to do when you kill a bot or a Marauder, loot it. They airdrop some of the best items or gear in the game. Some are better than what you find in floor loot. Obviously a locked room is going to have probably better stuff in, but a lot of like the materials and the quest items and stuff that you need, a lot of the Marauders drop it. So make sure when you do kill one, if it's safe to do so, loot it and check what it's got. You won't regret it. So, generally guys, you'll join a game with 1 gun. If you're going to join with 2, especially this low level, it's a bit daft because you're fooling yourself. Pick up an extra gun from Marauder. make sure you look at the price of it when you do pick it up. Of course, if it's like 100,000, it's free money for carrying a gun on your back. Pick up the attachments for it, like the magazine and stuff, and then just sell it after the match. Just keep that spare slot open. If you find a better gun, say you find an elite or something with more attachments on it, drop the other gun, pick up the new gun. And even if you don't sell it, you can still keep it as a spare gun for another game, and pardon me, it'll save you buying one. And of course, a lot of them sell for a lot. You can't literally just run around picking up guns, selling guns, make a lot of cash. Right, unknown to quite a few players is you actually get 4 Marauders you can use to get gear. Now, if you want to access these, simply click the action button at the bottom right to start a match. And when you get to this screen, click the little arrow button indicated here. Now this will take you to the Marauder screen, and you have a predetermined loadout for your Marauder. Now you can do this in many ways. You can join in a game, you can just go straight to the extraction point and keep what you've got to use in the next match on your Firefly, or you can run around and loot. Now, a couple of things to know about the Marauders, guys. If you're on a player Marauder, you don't get shot by NPC Marauders unless you shoot them first. So any bots running around, if you can just run past them, you don't need to kill them unless you want what they've got. So you can just run straight past them, you can loot what you want, loot floor, loot boxes and stuff. Now, a Marauder does not join the match until about halfway through. So if you queue, you're not going to start from the start with all the Fireflies, you'll start from halfway through. So chances are lots of people will be escaped, there'll be lots of floor loot, lots of dead bodies and stuff. And most people use Marauders just to make money, so they'll run in, they'll loot stuff, go escape, and sell everything they find. Now, when you get the loot screen on a Marauder, you can't, on Fireflies, you can just press complete and it stays in your bag. Marauder, whatever you don't transfer to your warehouse, you lose. So make sure you don't forget to transfer your loot over to your warehouse, otherwise it's all gone. But it's a good way to gain some money or gain some gear if you're short on it. However, experience you get in main games on your Firefly, you don't get on Marauder. You don't get any experience whatsoever on your Marauders. It does say you level up occasionally, and we've sufficed that your Marauder must level up, get better gear, but mine was like level 14 or something by the time I came onto this server, on the other server, and I didn't see any difference in the gear whatsoever. But I'm sure that'll have some sort of meaning in the future. Right guys, Heidi's mission will come up as part of the tutorial and it'll make you do it. But don't forget to keep accepting more quests. This is how you unlock the features on your armband. You also get free experience, free cash, and a couple of free gun rewards. Always remember to do Heidi's missions as soon as possible, at least until you unlock the SOS feature, which is when you can turn your armband yellow. It'll be a lifesaver, and also lets you revive our players, team up with them, or them to team up with you. So the quicker you get these specific missions done, the better. And of course, as you level up, you do get the other NPCs off in your missions. Make sure you do accept them. If you don't accept them, you can't complete them. Right guys, this is the last and most important tip I'm going to give you as a new player. That is, death is temporary on this game. Don't let it bother you if you die a lot. We, the veteran players, the pros and stuff, would die all the time. Bots take us by surprise, players get a lucky hit and stuff like that. It's part of the game, it's a hardcore game. It's nothing like Call of Duty, it's nothing like PUBG. It's not, you know, an easy game to play. It's very hard. Don't rage quit. If you get killed, you lose all your gear. You can make it all back pretty easily in a short space of time. Doing Marauder run, get a new gun, you know, try again. That's the most important bit of information I can give you in this video, that you're going to die more times than you survive. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to make you want to throw your phone across the room, but it's all part of the game. And the challenge that comes along with it is what makes the game so interesting for me. Anyway, guys, please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Make sure you do also subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you jump on my Discord server. The link is in the description. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now.